All right. I think this is it. I figured it out. I'm just stupid, and I set it to this mic. So if I just put this mic down, I could have talked to you like my audio will be recorded. But
Yeah.
I use this mic mostly. Donor. No
Got
wonder
that
I am.
fancy mode.
I am. Yeah, somewhat fancy. It's just a USB. But yeah, now I figure it out. Last week could have been prevented if I boop or triple check my recordings. Anyway, for the second time, welcome everyone to Geeks Reviews. I'm your host, Rainier de la
With the
Cueva.
With the most.
With the audio going now properly, it only took me to have pretty much an episode with these two people. I mean, I had one with Lorenzo already. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing a real quick intro because we are 30 minutes in, and that's when I realized that I need to triple check my audio this time. And pretty much, we have a new. I have a new idea. We get to have nicknames now. For me, I'm the king of deers because reindeer. Top right, man of many names, the man with a lot of monikers.
It's your boy Larry Filth, aka the Flamingo Boy, aka Filthy Stonk Shrimp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there we go. And on my top left, it's my good friend Taya.
Hello, I also go by Princess, or my username on everything is Chastity. I don't know if you can read it, but it's backwards.
For
But
you,
hello,
that's
I've
fine.
known Rainier for a while.
Almost 7 years.
A long while.
7?
Damn.
No.
We're
Hold on. 6. Almost 6.
We're old.
It's turning 6 this October. Anyway, uh, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna use us, going through our nerdy shit as our intro, like
Then cut and paste this part.
our behind the scenes footage, the B-roll that I tend to have anyway, like where I just record people candidly talk about whatever they want to talk about,
Behind the scenes.
and I'm gonna use that audio. I don't know why
Oh
I'm
my
putting
God.
over my cameras, and then anyway, tonight's topic, we were already starting, like I said earlier. We were 30 minutes in. We're talking about musicals. Little quick summary. He doesn't like musicals, but he loves Hamilton now. Is that right?
He also likes musicals now.
I like musicals now.
There we go. Her first one of the things she played in back in school is Mulan, where she played as the
Junior.
Mulan Junior, where she played as the matchmaker.
The matchmaker. I had a big mole.
Mole and everything, and the mustache. I've seen it. It's
Yeah.
great. We've all seen it. It was great. It was 10 for. It was a 1 for 1.
Fact, my role is the only speaking role that didn't have a singing role because I can't sing.
Easy audition right there. Anyway,
Yeah.
The only Filipino that does not sing.
I know, right?
I know.
Shame.
Or play musical instruments.
Shame. Well, if you
I
have a
know.
kazoo, you can just do.
I can't even play a kazoo. I never figured it out.
I have a harmonica here. I had my sister buy it for me. I still never got the chance to learn it. But anyway, continuing with the recap, we have the
We're talking about Disney musicals.
thank you, because I already forgot. Anyway, I said I think the last question I asked was, what was y'all's favorite
Soundtrack.
soundtrack? Thank you. Dinner Belch was coming up, but anyway,
I did the same thing.
I said, for me, I said Hercules. I mean, if anyone knows me, Hercules is my number one movie. I love Hercules to death. I think it's
Oh,
one
man.
of the best.
I don't like Hercules at all.
I love Hercules. I love Greek mythology.
Mhm. That's pretty much. And looking back now, it's literally similar to Superman's origins. He got casted away, and he's talking to his dad from
I mean,
a
he
monument.
technically didn't get casted away. He got
stolen.
kidnapped.
Yeah, he got stolen, but he still have human parents. He's super strong, fighting monsters. defeating this weird blue guy. Uh, Brainiac is not blue, but it's close. What's his face? Darkseid is somewhat blue. His armor's blue most of the time. But anyway, oh yeah, my good filthy shrimp over here said that he can only listen to
The Spanish version.
the Spanish versions of the movies.
That's like the old ones, like like the
Yeah.
classic movies. So like Tarzan, Mulan, and stuff like that. But honestly, I will have to say that my favorite Disney cartoon musical movie is Frozen 2.
Honestly, I like the soundtrack, but I like the story from the first one more.
Really?
don't
I
like
think the
the
second one was more
first one.
mature.
I like the story. I mean, the songs in the second one was like Into the Unknown, Lost in the Woods.
Okay, but Show Yourself
I mean,
was
Show Yourself as
so
well.
underrated.
I love that song too. What's the first song with Olaf and Anna going over? Some things never change. That was good too. Pretty much,
Man, I have
I like the whole
the whole
Frozen 2.
soundtrack.
Yeah, the whole Frozen 2 soundtrack is great. At
I
first, I
love
didn't
that
like it.
soundtrack.
What was that?
Oh, I was gonna say I love that soundtrack because that last time whenever we went to Houston and we saw you,
Oh yeah.
whenever we went with my brother, we were so into it. Like we were
Yes.
so into it.
Too
So
bad
it just brings back memories.
Unfortunately for me at the time, I have not seen Frozen. So
I know. We're
for
just
me, I was just like, I mean, I mean, I didn't. I like the story. I'm not saying the story was bad. It's just that I much prefer the story from the first one. Second one had beautiful graphics, beautiful visuals, especially when the little crystals in the air. I was like, oh, dude, they're upping their game.
Yeah.
It's like really good. But the thing that really threw me off is I kind of like the mysticism and the mysteriousness of Elsa's power, and the fact that they decided to explore it.
Turn her into the Avatar.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, eh.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that a lot of like parents didn't like the movie because it's kind of like political. Like it dives into like betrayal of like tribes and like colonizers and stuff. And then also like people were like, oh, like this is like LGBTQ plus like kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, just enjoy the movie. It
That's
sounds
it all,
like
yeah.
yeah,
It's a
it
kids
sounds
movie.
great.
Don't take it so hard.
Although I would say in the first song, Some Things Never Change, there was a little spoiler. Well, it's not really a spoiler, more like a a little foreshadowing. One of the lyrics says, "It will never like a wall, it will never fall." And I was like, "Bullshit, Anna." The end of the movie had the fucking wall of a dam
Yeah.
crumble down.
I need to watch the whole movie again.
I've been listening. I had like Disney song on my main playlist now, so I'll randomly listen to Frozen every once in a while. So yeah, it's really random.
I need to add it to my playlist.
I have like Disney.
Yeah.
I have meme songs. I have country music, rap, rock,
That's
metal,
Lorenzo.
death metal. It's like so
I
random.
K-pop.
I have anime intros too, so it's getting there. One Filipino song apparently, unfortunately.
Oh my god. Did
Just-
you know Lorenzo learned a Filipino song?
Oh yeah, which one?
Buon.
Unfortunately,
By Juan Carlos. You should look it up.
Okay,
He knows the
I'll-
whole thing.
okay, I'll look that up later. I've never heard that song.
Favorite song, and then we got Mundo by Four of Spades.
Oh, okay,
That's a good song. Oh,
okay.
love it.
That one I vaguely remember that one. Yeah, but going back to musicals
Musical.
and Disney, my next follow-up question. How do I separate this two? Live action Disney musical. Unfortunately, I have not seen a whole lot, so I'm just gonna say
No.
High School Musical 2.
I was
For
gonna
now.
say, can we not do like Disney in particular because my favorite is not Disney one.
Okay, so, well, that was gonna be the follow-up question. What is your overall favorite musical?
You can go first, baby.
All right, so favorite Disney is gonna be the Hamilton
Yeah.
musical. I love that musical like so much. It did teach me a lot about like just basic history. Just
Hmm.
because when I was in high school, I wasn't really interested in it.
No,
But
I'm
the
pretty sure
older
at
I
this
get,
point no one was.
the more
Hmm.
I want to learn about it.
Hmm.
And then overall favorite musical, I will have to say it's Be More Chill.
Which one?
Be More Chill is basically a musical where this dude buys like a little tiny computer that implants into his brain to make him be like a cool high school dude and get chicks.
Okay.
See, backstory to that musical. So that musical came out like years and years ago, and it made a comeback around when TikTok got famous.
Yeah.
Because there's a song there called "Michael in the Bathroom," which is the first time I heard about it, and I introduced it to Lorenzo. And so they actually brought that musical back because it got famous
Okay.
again because of TikTok. And the soundtrack is pretty dope.
All right. Here's my follow up to that. I can't believe I didn't separate this as well. Favorite musical soundtrack of all time. Unfortunately for me, I would say Greatest Showman. I
I
I
haven't seen that one
I
yet.
always jam out to The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman.
It's on Disney Plus now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a Fox product, that's why. And then when
Oh,
Disney bought some stuff from Fox, it carried over. I like the
they're
soundtrack.
the
The
same.
movie
They're one and
wasn't.
the same.
I don't care for the movie. At first,
The
I thought,
soundtrack's really good.
oh, I had like, I would listen to that every day. Back when I first watched the musical.
I'm trying to think of my favorite. Okay, so favorite Disney musical is probably like Mary Poppins. Mary
Okay.
Poppins. I love
Still
Mary
haven't seen
Poppins.
Neither have I
I've been asking him to watch it with me, but
for the past 3 years.
yeah.
it.
Now
One
we've
year,
been
one
married.
one lucky year, one lucky day, one lucky day.
And
All the
then
time.
favorite musical of all time. That's really hard. I'll say my favorite soundtrack is called Six the Musical. It's about King Henry the Eighth's six wives.
Okay.
That one's really fun. We're gonna go watch that on Broadway too.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
I think
basically
you.
them like fit like having a singing competition to see who's like the best wife or whatever. It's really fun. It's funny.
Okay.
Um, best musical.
This got her stumped because she's seen so many.
Yeah.
I thought I've seen a lot. Apparently, she's pulling out this title, so I was just like, I've never heard of these.
Yeah.
I've never
Well,
heard of some of these.
I will say best musical is Hamilton just because of how much thought it's put into it, like all of like the spoilers or whatever in the beginning and like the
Oh, okay.
foreshadowing and like the double entendres, the double meanings like everywhere in the show. Like the more you dive deep into it, the more it's like, oh my god, this guy's a genius. And I don't know if you know this, but the whole musical like a song. Like
Yeah,
they don't have speaking part. They're just talking the whole time.
yeah. Same with Les
I
Mis,
was
but
singing the
I'm
whole
pretty
time.
sure Hamilton did a better job than Les Mis.
Yeah. And oh, In the Heights came out too. That one's really good.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I haven't seen it. I didn't even know it was a musical until I read that
Yeah.
Lin Miranda was about to get canceled. I was like, wait, Into the Heights is a musical? What? Wait,
They were
he
ridiculous
worked
about
on
that
this
cancellation
movie.
thing.
What was that?
He also wrote the song. He also wrote the soundtrack for Moana. If you didn't know that,
Oh yeah,
he's singing in that movie.
that one I knew about. I didn't know about the singing part, but I knew he helped with
Yeah.
the composing part, like the
He had
music.
George Washington play Moana's dad.
You know what? He
The
okay.
singing part. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can hear it. I can hear it. I watched a little bit. I looked up and I was like, "Who's that?" And my sister was like, "Oh, that's George Washington." I was like, "Okay." Look back
Okay.
down. I,
Actually,
I, I
wait,
didn't
what?
I didn't question it because I know I'm just gonna get lost even more. Like what's going on? Let them
that
just
was
say,
me. That was me. I'm like, wait a minute, George Washington's black, and
dude.
then she
That's
was like,
I didn't want to say it, but thank you.
yeah. I was like, wait, what? I thought it was white and
I,
diversity. So
Yeah, I was
it
like,
I
makes
really
oh,
don't
sense.
know
okay,
how to
okay.
explain the
That's
diversity thing to people. That like these people are white. Why are they being played by POC? And I'm just like,
And I'm just like, okay,
eh,
okay, okay. It's 2021.
artistic
Why
preference.
would I question it in 2021? So when
Yeah.
my sister said, "Oh yeah, that's George Washington," I was like, okay, okay. Back
I
to
don't
my
know,
phone.
like I think it's very important for people to understand and come with a mindset that
Yeah.
whenever you're watching a form of art, it doesn't necessarily have to portray like
Mm-hmm.
everything like true.
Accurate.
Yeah. Or like, like for example, there was a lot of people that were like, "Oh, like why are you guys playing like, these characters that used to own slaves and like you guys are of color, like shouldn't you not do that because like they did this bad thing to your people?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, bro, it's just a form of art. Like they're trying to like tell a story and
Yeah, just that's where your imagination comes in. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
it's called suspension of disbelief,
Exactly.
ma'am, sir.
Excuse you. Did you
big word.
did you just assume my gender? Hmm?
I said
It's
ma'am,
when
sir. Today.
that's I'm non-binary.
Oh,
I am
They
they. Yeah. I was like, I am 0 and 1. You shall refer to me as
zero
number
one
one.
one. Oh my
number
god.
one.
You like
Oh, but
that?
another good musical that we both
Let me
like.
say it.
Oh,
Let me
okay,
say.
okay.
Okay, so whenever you ask for like the best soundtrack, honestly, I have to give it up for Hamilton,
Okay.
just because Hamilton has a lot of like good songs and they're all like different in their own way, but at the same time, some of them are different, but the same thing at the same time. Like,
I would give it to them that the flow is really catchy.
yeah.
You know.
But there's one song of this musical that I freaking love so much, Beetlejuice.
I like the one with Michael Keaton, or like is there a different
No,
version?
the musical, Broadway
Okay, okay,
musical.
okay.
There's a song
And
called what is it called? What
Beetlejuice the musical, the musical, the musical. Because that's how they have it written, by the way.
Because
oh
you say you have to say Beetlejuice 3 times. I get it.
Yeah, but they
yeah,
said the musical 3 times. But
yeah, so good.
that I don't know if you've seen Beetlejuice, like the movie with Michael Keaton.
I think I have
They
the movie. I still
kind
haven't.
Oh my god, I just watched it recently because we really like the musical, and they really like went a different way with it. But I think the musical is like really good. The songs are really catchy, and the singer sings in Beetlejuice's voice like the whole time. Like, can you imagine how hard that is? Oh no, you
Oh,
can't
is
because you
it?
haven't seen the movie.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've seen Michael Keaton perform. He has a very raspy voice as Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
Hey, like something like
it's
that.
a
Hey.
it's a very meta musical. Like
Okay.
he breaks the fourth wall
Okay.
A
a
lot.
lot. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, speaking of musicals, Rocky Horror. That's all I
Picture
remember.
show.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but yeah, I know. I remember. I remember you were a big fan of that, and you guys.
Yes.
There's like a showing every other weekend. I think in Corpus. I don't remember much, but
So, so Rocky Horror Picture Show is very, it's like a really culty musical. Like it bombed into theaters or whatever, but like a bunch of Rocky Horror fans like are crazy about it.
hmm
And it's basically like this show that's kind of interactive. Like you would be spraying the actors and characters with like water guns, or like you'll be throwing cards in and like doing like little, like those slow poppers that you pull.
yeah,
You do all that stuff, like the audience does that, and like it's a super fun show. The movie's good, but seeing a live show is even better because the cast interacts with you,
yeah.
and
That's probably why it
it's
bombed then.
it's just
Oh.
a whole nother kind of show.
hmm
And I've been wanting to take Lorenzo, but pandemic, like he's not been in the country, like it just hasn't matched up.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that
they do it
sucks.
every October.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense. It's.
Yeah, Halloween.
I only say that because at work we have a picture of who's the guy who played. I forgot his name. He's one of Tim Curry.
Yes, Tim
We
Curry.
had Tim Curry's picture. I don't know how I connected this. This is probably not the same show at all. But we have a
Tim
picture
Curry.
we have a picture of him as Satan, as Lucifer, at work.
Nice.
Yeah, and I mean they're just using it to make fun of an old employee there because he kept messing up.
Oh, that's from a different movie. That's
Yeah,
a crazy
yeah. That's I all I know is that
costume.
Tim Curry was also in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
He was also in Annie and Scary Movie 2.
I love Scary Movie too,
I
man.
don't remember Scary Movie 2. I remember Scary Movie 4.
It's the one with the guy in the wheelchair that gets thrown off the stairs. They
Meg-
like go to this haunted house.
am I
Wait,
thinking-
that's the one with the dude that has the little tiny hand, right? And stuck him
Yes.
into the turkey.
The strong hand.
I need to rewatch those. I only actually.
so good.
I said I. Which one's the one with Jigsaw? Was that
That's
3?
the first one, no?
I think so.
Oh, I must have been mixing up my scary movie. I haven't. I know the first one has the what's that? I remember that scene, but that's the only one.
Scary Movie 4?
Okay, if it's 4, that makes sense
Yeah, it's
because
4.
that's the only one I've seen, like completely growing up, because they had
Oh,
like
okay.
that one
I
scene
think-
with the kid from The Ring, or no, not The
honestly
Ring,
think-
The Grudge.
Scary Movie 2 is the first like raunchy movie I ever saw as a child because somebody like lent it to us and all 4 of us cousins were watching it and we're just like, what's happening? It's supposed to be scary. What's this? Why are there boobs? It was, we were like 10, 9, 8, whatever.
7.
Yeah.
Um,
One of us.
for me, my first raunchy movie was superhero movie.
That was good.
Oh no, that's a lie. What's the one with the 300? It's like the
No,
epic
I know what
movie.
you're talking
Epic
about.
movie.
Yes, that's the first one, but I didn't watch it till like years after it came out. I
No,
think-
but the OG one is Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre is a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic. And it was that one, and then Napoleon Dynamite.
I still haven't watched Napoleon Dynamite completely. I always stop right after he dance. For some reason,
Such a short movie. That's almost the end.
I know it's every time I watch it, it's always by the dancing the dancing scene,
He's
and
got some moves, bro.
yeah, I know. My favorite one's when he had his hands in his pockets, and it's all the knees.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, one day I will copy that move and make it.
I actually made Princess watch it like last year for the first time.
Yeah,
really?
Tina, you fat lord, come get some dinner.
The other,
Oh,
but yeah, all right. Going back to musical and
Musicals.
stuff. What else would you guys say? What would you guys say to non-musical fans in order for
I
them
would
to?
say
That you have more experience on this since you did, got your husband, your bootang, into musicals.
I would say give it a chance. If somebody's like, "Oh, watch this, watch it once, twice, or whatever," or listen to the soundtrack. What actually got me really into it is like I would just like load a bunch of like musicals in like my playlist, and I would just listen to the whole thing through and try to piece the story together. Like, another good one was Dear Evan Hansen, and they're coming out with a movie with that in September, so I'm super excited about that. And I remember listening to the soundtrack, it's like, oh, this is the story, it's so sad, and then I found out the actual story and was like, that's effed up. But, like, just listen to the soundtrack, you might fall in love with it and be more interested in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
What was that, Lorenzo?
I was gonna say, like, for me, like, I would just tell people that don't like musicals, like, if you really want to get into musicals, there's this one musical that anybody loves, like, no matter what age, gender, whatever. Just watch the Shrek musical and you'll get hooked right away, because that shit is terrifying. Let me tell you, you need to watch that right now. Stop the podcast, watch Shrek the musical.
I was actually planning on watching the entire. Oh wait, that's the live action, right?
Yeah.
That is terrifying. Oh my god,
we're talking about the animated. We're talking about the real one on Broadway.
I remember I saw like clips of that. I was like, this can't be real.
It is very real.
So
Trust me.
I
Unfortunately.
was about to watch it this past weekend actually, because I was like, maybe it's time for me to rewatch the entire Shrek franchise. Then I was looking for them,
God.
and then I saw Shrek the musical. I was like, when did Shrek get a musical? I clicked and it's all humans. I was like,
A long
what the
time ago.
fuck?
I would say, like, if you're really trying to get the whole Shrek experience, you got to start with the musical first. and then go into the movie. Once you watch the movie, you'll realize that the musical is the ultimate viewing entertainment experience.
Okay. Okay.
I can't believe we haven't talked about Hairspray.
I like John Travolta. His dance
Oh my
movie.
god. Okay, the first Hairspray was it was a little questionable.
For me, I
Like-
saw the one I saw was the movie.
Yeah, there's a earlier movie too, but I listened to both soundtracks, and maybe I'm just used to the new Hairspray.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the original soundtrack.
Okay. Yeah, the only one I'm familiar was the movie and the live broadcast of the show, like
Yeah.
years ago on ABC and either NBC or ABC, whichever one, or CBS.
One of them.
One of those like those network TV cable
Yeah.
network TVs. Yeah, I was like actually I've never really sat down and watched any musical. Well, I was exposed to musical over time, but Mamma Mia, Hairspray,
Mamma Mia is really good too.
Rent. I've never
Oh, Rent.
I like Rent.
I've never seen any of them until like 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like I was like I'm gonna say because I have a Mamma Mia Blu-ray. Don't ask why. I don't know how either. I just have one. So I was
Mamma
like,
Mia is so good.
so I
But
watched
it's just
it. I
all
was like,
album
okay.
music.
I know it's crazy, and the fact that she doesn't know who the father is, it's amazing. Plus,
Have you seen the second movie?
I don't want to actually. I don't want to ruin how I liked the first one. But I remember when I first watched the movie, and Pierce Brosnan's part came, and I was like, "What the fuck? James Bond can sing? Who the fuck?
Barely.
He
But
can
okay,
barely
but
sing."
Colin
Oh.
Firth is so hot.
On that one, I mean,
I mean, he's like 50 or 60, but he's hot.
I was more on Dominic Cooper. Some Amanda Seyfried's future Butang before
Where did I see him recently? I saw
Preacher.
him in like a movie.
Captain America,
Was
the
it?
first Avenger.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
my
You
God.
remember I made
He
a
wa-
comment about that?
He was Howard Stark.
Yeah.
He was Howard
Yes,
Stark.
yes. It was like, oh, he's Iron Man's dad. He was in that musical, babe. I was like, what?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
For me, it was the opposite. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Howard Stark. Why is he here? Why is he in Italy?
He has a hobby, you know. You gotta pursue your hobbies.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yep.
his hobbies.
Become a billionaire and then live in an island. Oh, and he also has immortality because he never got old.
Where's that from? Preacher? Or
No, because he was in Captain America as Howard Stark, and then he ended up in Mamma Mia.
oh, okay, that's true. he plot twist.
He's a vampire. Yeah.
Dominic
plot
Cooper
twist.
has never been Tony Stark's father. It's someone else. Brum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's the real Howard Stark. Anyway, but yeah, I didn't watch Hairspray till 2018. You Can't Stop the Beat. It's in my
you
opinion,
can't stop the beat.
it's my own. I won't say it's my only favorite one because it's the only one I really remember enjoying.
I like the one that
But there,
Without Love.
I don't remember. I mind you, my coworker and I literally spent a day listening to Hairspray, the entire soundtrack at work, because I was like, "Hey, you want to listen to songs?" She was like, "Sure." It's like, "What's?" But at first we were listening to like Disney songs, and she was like, "Okay, now I want to watch High School Musical 1." Then we went from High School Musical to Hairspray, and she was like, the following week, she was like, "You know what I did last Friday?" I was like, "What's up?" She was like, "The first thing I did was listen to Hairspray." So I was like, "What? Hairspray? What in the world?"
We need more of that in our life. Oh, we definitely need to do a follow-up broad podcast when we go see it after we see it in Broadway.
Hey, yeah.
I
When
was
is
gonna
that?
say Broadway and podcast. We're gonna go Halloween weekend.
So in October, so not until November.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll reserve a
Yeah.
spot. Well,
Yeah, you gotta remember.
sometime around November.
Yeah.
You guys gotta remember for me, because around these parts, I am known to be the goldfish sometimes because my memory is
Oh,
terrible.
because you don't remember. Yeah, bro, we were talking about something 10 minutes ago. You don't remember. I got
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. If you think 10 minutes was bad, there was one time I was talking to my friend, to Taylor, and then 3 seconds later, I was just like, what were we talking about again? And he was like, bro, you have the shittiest memory I've ever met. I was like,
Did you remember we had a podcast today?
no. No. So,
Rainier.
I accidentally scheduled one for tomorrow, so I'm going to have back to back. And
Oh, yeah, because you missed last week anyway.
exactly. But that one's going to be next week's, and I'm going to tell him that for his episode. But hey, 2 in 1 week? I mean,
That's big money.
I like
Big
it.
money.
You know what I need to do now is actually go through the the previous episodes and update the thumbnails. I haven't gotten around because since last week I've started waking up at 5 a.m. and I've been tired the entire day.
You've been doing. It's okay. You've been doing good.
Hey,
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna pop up because 5 a.m. is not my thing. I can barely be functional by 6:30. I'm not
So,
functional. Yeah, I'm not even functional till 10.
I ended up realizing that I had to wake up earlier because I have to report earlier to work. So I'm just like, fuck me.
Uh,
I gotta be there at 5:45, so I gotta wake up like, man, probably like at 4:30.
I wake up at
Go.
5 after workout. I pass out on my bed till like 6:30.
go wake up Rainier after.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I forgot.
And
Oh, what I was gonna say is, there's this website that helps you distribute your podcast.
oh,
I'm pretty sure you've heard of this brand. It's called Anchor.
I think you mentioned that last time you were a guest on my show, which you guys can find. I don't really have cards to point to, so 6, 7, 8 episode prior to this. So go check it out.
Yeah, you need to fix your intro music because that thing blows my brains out when I listen
See,
to it.
I thought it was fine without
No.
headphones. So
Yeah.
now that you mentioned, will do.
Every time it goes to the next video, I cry a little bit on the inside. I'm just like,
I knew the ending song will, someone will die from that. So in my settings I had it
Someone will die from
really
that.
low. But apparently the intro song is also as bad. So I'm gonna change that as well.
yo, I'm looking at like a list of musical, and I just saw one that says The Lord of the Rings. There's a musical.
I'm gonna link.
Excuse me.
I keep saying I'm gonna link it, but I've never linked it. So I'm gonna try to link it down.
There's a musical.
I mean it's Lord of the Rings. They've taken the elves. They've taken the hobbits. So I think taken the hobbits.
That's wild.
Rings musical. Hobbits on Ice coming soon.
Oh my God! Have you guys seen Disney on Ice? And pretty much the most terrifying thing you will ever see on Disney on Ice is Finding Nemo. It's fish with
God.
legs. Why do they need Finding Nemo in Disney on Ice? Why can't they use?
Why can't they stay in the water?
Exactly. I would take Cars.
Oh my god.
I would take
Oh.
Ratatouille too.
Since you like Greek mythology, there's one called Hades Town.
Which one?
Hades Town.
Ooh. I do
It's
like
pretty
Hades.
interesting. The voice for Hades is so low. It's just like, oh wow. It's just, I don't know. They don't love the soundtrack as much, but I think it's worth a listen at least.
Okay.
There is also a Legally Blonde musical
I've heard
and a
about
Mean
that one.
Girls musical.
That one I did not hear about. But I have
Yeah.
seen the movie. Like once. I was forced into watching it.
Hey, it's a good movie.
Yeah. It was, yes, indeed. I agree. I
Oh
agree.
my
I can't
goodness.
like straight up. I was just stuck in the office. Like, remember Sarah from Kingsville? She was like,
Yes.
"Hey, Rainier, watch
I'm
over the
back, y'all.
office." All right, good sir. So yeah, she was like, "All right, Rainier, stay in this seat. If anyone comes, tell them I'm up or somewhere else, whatever. Hopefully not. The lights are off, so no one's gonna bother you. Um, just sit in here, take care of the office while I'm gone, and go watch Mean Girls." I sat there for like 2 hours, and then she came back. She was like, "How was it?" I was like, "It's pretty good." I
Was
got
she playing it?
no. She just like we were talking about. I was just chilling in her office. We were talking about it, and then she pulled it up, and I was like, "All right, Rainier, you sit here." I was like, "Wait, what? What am I doing now?" She's like, "You're watching Mean Girls." I was like,
Oh my
"Now?"
god.
She was
Hey,
like,
Mean Girls is really good. It's funny.
I mean, it's very quotable too. Yeah. My coworker and I have been started saying instead of "boo you whore," we just call it "you whore." So if some like I started calling her like that, but she's cool about it. But whenever there's like a problem at the lab, we're just like
The limit
"you
does not exist.
whore," huh?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the limit does not exist.
Oh no, for us it's like "oh you whore,"
Oh my god.
and we'll say it like just like quietly to one another because I tend to say it to her most of the time.
You start telling her on Wednesdays we wear pink.
Oh, she would not wear pink. She would probably beat someone up first before she can wear pink. You know what? I'll ask her tomorrow. So I'll
Oh
be
my
like,
god.
hey, you know what? What should? It's gonna annoy the shit out of her, but it's okay. I annoy the shit out of her anyway. Anyway, moving on. I thought the musical topic will continue on. So I'm gonna. Do you have anything else to add to the musical topic?
I think I've basically like covered most of what I thought about. I don't want to go too much into Hamilton because like I will go on and on and on about it.
Yeah, and I
But
mean, before I found out that my mic is this one and not my actual one, you were pretty much going on about Hamilton either way. So I'll probably just like, and plus that's 25 minutes.
cut it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
it's
we're
just that I
gonna
won't
cut
have
to
it.
my Hamilton talk right now. We actually didn't have like a theater group in my high school because it's like an early college thing, so we didn't really have like stuff like that. But what got me into theater was when I first moved to the United States in sixth grade, the middle school that I went to had a production, and I was so amazed. I was like, people do this. Like, what? And whenever I transferred schools, I made theater arts my elective in the seventh grade, and it really helped me with my confidence because being new in the United States is like really scary. Like you didn't really speak the language or like stuff like that, but being in theater helped me. So in seventh and eighth, I did that, and then in high school, I did a musical in the community theater in Corpus. It was Milan Junior, and I was the matchmaker. I had a big hole and everything, and that was a musical, so that was really fun. But I've always enjoyed like going to the theater and like stuff like that, and especially behind the scenes stuff. That's my thing. Like Lorenzo gets annoyed because like whenever we finish watching something, I'm just like, "Ooh, there's a behind the scenes video. Let's watch it." And then when the pandemic started, I started working at Amazon, and so I started listening to like musicals there. That's like maybe around July when Hamilton came out. I was like, I have a friend that keeps talking about it, and then July last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing, yeah. But the production's for like 2016, but like I didn't really know what it was about. I just heard it was like about the founding fathers, and I was like, whatever, it's not that interesting. Who knows about Alexander Hamilton? And then Disney like showed it, and I was like, first viewing, I was like, this is interesting, okay. And then I had Lorenzo watch it with me, and he didn't want to watch it. He was not having it. And then the second time he watched it, I was like, okay, this is my shit now.
This is facts. It is facts. Welcome to Factor Cap. No, but I don't know. I guess I've never really been into musicals. Pretty much the only musical that I like was Sweeney Todd. I don't know if you've heard that one. It's like the evil barber. It's like a Johnny Depp. Tim Burton movie kind of thing. So that was like the only musical that I've really enjoyed. And then whenever she was like, "Let's watch Alexander Hamilton," I was like, "I don't like history. Like, why am I watching this?" So I was like, "No, like I don't want to watch it." So she forced me, as a good husband, you're kind of like forced into doing things and supporting things that you're not really into. And so I was like, you know what? All right, let's watch it. So the first time we watched it, I probably watched it like halfway through, and then I was like, this is not for me, Code. I'm falling asleep. Like, I'm so bored. And eventually, like, it started growing on me, and it got to the point where I watched it probably like 10 times in like a week. Yeah, and now I'm excited to say that we're gonna go see Hamilton live
And
in New York,
Broadway.
Broadway.
Broadway. And that 10 times a week is no joke. That thing is 2.5 hours long.
You know what? You know what's so funny? Alexander Hamilton, right? It's in history books. Like everybody should know like what he did at this point and that he died and he got killed, right? So Princess was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna get it spoiled. Like, don't watch this or don't watch that." I'm like, "Ma'am, this is history. Like, I can look it up and like it'll tell me how he died. Like the musical is just what happened, kinda, you know? Like, there ain't no spoilers. This shit is history."
You need to watch it. It's very quotable. You can karaoke to it. This lady here, that lady right there, that's sitting right there, she does not like musicals. She does not like musicals, and we forced her to watch Hamilton, and now she's going to New York with us to see it on Broadway. It was her plan. Yeah. First, my seventh grade teacher, when I started taking theater classes, my seventh grade teacher sang a song from it, and she was telling me about her experience when she saw it on Broadway when Galinda came down in like a bubble, but it's like this like wire of like a round big thing, and she was inside it, and I was like, that's so magical. Like I want to get into this. So like Wicked has a special place in my heart.
I was gonna say, I think everybody honestly likes musicals because if you've watched a Disney movie and you liked it, there you go. They're mostly musicals, so it's man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Lorenzo knows them in Spanish. We can't watch Disney movies together because he wants to watch it in Spanish because he knows that.
Listen, that's what I grew up like watching. Like Disney movies in Spanish. So whenever people play them in English, I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know this. Like I cannot groove to it, man. I need the Spanish voices. Where they at?
And
But
back.
what I just wanted to say is like, if you don't like musicals, like I would just say like try it.
Oh, I,
You
I,
never know. Like
I,
it's like having a show play out in your brain.
my actual first show was now Wicked. Actually, it was The Lion King, the Broadway musical.
Oh, I heard
I
that one's really good too.
I knew the story right off the bat, but I was surprised they actually went for it. The whole
Like
Nala and Scar thing that was there.
all all the technical stuff they do for that show is amazing. Like how they did the costumes, like
Yeah, I like the costumes, but it was a time. It was at the time where I did not care for musicals.
did not appreciate it.
No, I just straight up didn't care. Like they can go on. As long as I don't care. But then I saw Wicked, the final song. For good. Slight tear came down. But not this
It's
man.
really good.
Get back in there, tear. No one will get that reference.
But oh, watch out for Dear Evan Hansen coming out. The original guy who plays him in Broadway is actually playing him in the movie.
Which one?
So Ben Platt, Dear Evan Hansen.
Never heard of it. Then again, I'm not
Oh,
really a musical enthusiast, so of course I
yeah,
wouldn't.
you're not really into that,
I'm
but
not. I mean, I have my coworker and my boss literally give me. Actually, not my coworker. She rarely. She would kill me first before she will answer that question.
just ask her if she's seen it. It's really good.
No,
Or
no, no. She
listen to it.
she 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 doesn't like musicals at all, except for his
Oh,
But my other coworker, my boss, likes some. like Fiddler on the Roof. She likes
It's really good too. That's like
she
one of the first few I
likes
saw first.
Sweeney Todd as well. Actually, hilariously enough, my coworker's last name is Sweeney. So every now and then, like back when she first started, the only way my boss could remember is by saying Sweeney Todd, and I also call her by that name, which is hilarious. But anyway, I don't know why I clap, but um, speaking of clapping, have you ever seen Jujutsu Kaisen?
We're actually watching that right now. I think that's what we're gonna watch whenever we get off. We're in like episode 6 or 7.
Were you guys at the big fight already?
No, not yet.
Okay.
The guy just escaped with the flowers, so
I haven't
we're
seen
gonna
it.
watch that after I get off. It's so good.
I haven't
It's
seen
really,
that.
really good.
I haven't seen Invincible.
Oh my god.
People are
The
wringing my
season's
necks.
ended.
Yeah, I know it's been
Yeah.
done, and people are like,
At
"Never knew
least,
you've
at
watched
least
this."
15. At least 15 13.
Three-
I'll
thr-
give you that.
Tres is just like 3 hours. It's like 6 episodes, 30 minutes each.
Yeah.
I was like, I can
In-
crank that out.
Invincible's the same. Invincible's like 30-minute episodes for like 10 episodes. That's 3 hours. No, that's not 3
That
hours.
is-
That's 5 hours.
But yeah, like you see the difference: 3 hours to 5 hours. I mean, sure, it's like 2 hours difference.
2
but-
days. 2 days. Do
Yeah.
it in 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, I finished Tres in like a day, I guess. But I was like, it's not like one sitting. Yeah, I get the same problems with my camera. It's also does that. I'm surprised it hasn't done it actually. Usually
Yeah,
by this
mine's
time
never
I'll be.
done it before.
Yeah,
It's really odd.
I think it's because I had it set to like, it doesn't autofocus. It's on like an actual setting, an actual number and
Oh.
everything, so it doesn't do that. Um, since we're on the topic of anime, what any new shows you've started recently or got interested on?
Besides Trece, which is I guess the anime,
like 3, yeah.
it's just Jujutsu Kaisen that I've seen. I went to my best friend's house and they were watching it, and they started from episode 1 for me, and I absolutely loved it. Like I like the whole concept of the show. It's kind of disgusting, but
Go watch Attack on Titan.
Lorenzo's brother is like super obsessed with that, so
It's a great
I'm
show.
still waiting to watch The Promised Neverland 2 and waiting for Made in Abyss season 2 and the new Haikyuu season. We're actually watching the slime anime. That anime is really good.
Which one?
The time I got reincarnated as a slime.
That is such a long name.
Yeah, I just call it the slime anime, but it's really good. Like, I like how they wrap up the arcs fast, so you don't get bored or like you don't get like anxiety throughout. It's just like an easygoing show.
Oh, it's like a slice of life. I heard it's a slice of life.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Somewhat with some with like action.
Yeah.
I just like how they resolve like arcs in like 3 episodes, and I was like, okay, it's time to move on. Like you never get bored of it.
Hmm.
Oh, I know Sword Art Online gets a lot of haters.
It's Waifu's the
But-
anime.
The later seasons are so good. It's so good.
Would you say I'm right though? It's Waifu
What'd
the
you
anime.
say?
Waifu the
Yeah.
anime. I saw like
Except-
I saw one clip. I was just like,
I don't like Asuna that much.
a lot of pretty well drawn 2D girls here. I
Very,
wouldn't be
very.
surprised.
I also have a bunch of figures from them. I actually just got one. Let me grab it.
Oh, I
One
barely
second.
I barely have any anime stuff. Just kidding. Just- There's All Might. I can't do angles actually. Okay. There you go. Deku and Lemillion. Oh, it's not focus. Focus. Okay. I've never seen Sword Art online,
This
so
is the main girl character.
I'm pretty sure there's a lewd version of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have her in a bikini armor. Yeah.
Send me link. So I can pass it on to my other friend who actually
It's
buys
for my
that
friend.
kind of- No, he actually buys that kind of stuff. It's
Oh
hilarious.
my
like
god.
it's hilarious because they're really high quality. I'm kind of jealous He has a transformer with boobs, so that's
Makes
goals.
sense.
I want, no, not really want, more like it'll be impressive if there's a Gundam with boobs. If one robot franchise can have a female
Boobs.
robot with boobs, soft to my,
Evangelion.
if they made the characters, I'm pretty sure that the robots is not gonna have. Uh,
Oh my god.
I have this chick right here. I have a dragon chick. She's pretty cool. I One of them I bought it for reasons, and then the other one she looks super badass. So, which is the dragon chick. Oh.
We need more. Well, I gotta go to bed because I work tomorrow. I'm so sorry, but this was super fun.
Yes.
And I hope we get to do one again.
Yes, ma'am.
We can think of a topic. We have a lot to talk about.
Yes, ma'am. For sure, for sure. All right, everybody. Before she heads out, my name is the King of Deers, Rainier de la Cueva, and my guest. Well, Filthy Shrimp left already,
Yeah,
but
he went to bed.
he did have to wake up early. Same with me.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I should get going too. Anyway,
Yeah.
Chastity, whatever,
Chastity, yes.
Chastity.
Yes.
Thea, my dear good friend, thank you for joining me for today's episode. I know it's kind of short on my side, but in reality, it's like an hour and 15 because I am gonna include the first half,
okay.
even though I didn't
We
have
can clip it.
exactly. I wouldn't have audio, but I did show off my anime figures while she was showing me hers, and yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you
Bye.
next time.
Go
Peace.
watch Geeks Reviews, guys.
Thank you.